Hello, my name is Ryan Chapman with Fix Your Funnel, and for a long time I've worked with real estate agents to help them to utilize marketing methods that are not being used by the general public. And today I want to share with you 5 advanced marketing methods for real estate agents using Infusionsoft. Number 1 is called Intelligent SMS Sign Writers. Here's a look of it at a sign that I developed with my brother, who's a real estate agent. And you'll notice that we have a call to action at the top that is to text in to get a look inside of a home. And what would happen in this case is you list a home, you pop down a sign in front of it, guy's driving by, he checks out the house, he likes it, he sees that he can text in to get a look inside, so he pulls out his cell phone and he texts in. In this case, he's going to text in to a number that's hosted and taken care of by Fix Your Funnel. Fix Your Funnel then communicates with Infusionsoft, which then lets Fix Your Funnel know what to do next, and it replies back with the information that the person was looking for. Meanwhile, a text message comes from Fix Your Funnel to the agent, Bob, here, and then Bob, he gets on the phone with Bill to make sure Bill got everything he was looking for about this house. And of course, if he's a good agent, he'll segue that into an opportunity to help Bill out further in finding a home that's just right for him. Now, if you'd like to know how this was done, you can text HOW to 760-621-8199. I'll show you that again in just a second. But first I want to show you method number 2. We call this brownie points. Everybody knows that referrals in real estate is the biggest deal, but how do you make sure you encourage that to happen again? Well, here's Bob again. Bob's walking down the street and he runs into Betty. Betty's a friend of his, and Betty says, "Hey, I have a friend who wants to sell their house. Can you help them?" And of course Bob says, "Well, of course I can. What's the number?" And as they get talking, he gets the information, and then Betty goes on her way. Well, as soon as Betty leaves, Bob pulls out his phone, he opens up the Infusionsoft app, and he starts looking up Betty in his contacts. And of course he's got her, so there's Betty Anderson. Make sure he's got the address and the phone number, and he applies the tag for referral send brownies. And this brownie points tag is what it just did is in the background, all of a sudden brownies get delivered straight to Betty. Now Betty, when she gets the brownies at her office, calls up and says, "Thanks for the brownies. You didn't have to do that." And of course Bob says, "Well, I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate your recommendation." And then Betty says, "Well, as it turns out, I have another friend who works at the office, and she asked me about the brownies when she saw them on my desk, and when she found out about you, she wanted to get your number. She's getting transferred, so," and you guys know what that means, "she needs to sell her home." Now, if you wanted to know how to make that happen, you'd text HOW to 760-621-8199. But that's not it. We're on to number 3. Number 3 is the mailbox follow-up. Well, everybody knows when you get somebody to raise their hand, they're not always ready to go ahead and take action then. So what most people do is they call once and then they leave it alone. But what we're going to do is we're going to be making sure that over a period of 36 days, we send them 5 different cards, each of them designed to keep them in the conversation. And what we just did over 36 days is we did something no other agent's doing. We stayed in contact with the prospect that didn't say yes immediately. And because of that, for the price of a cafe, mochaccino, caramel latte, whatever, we were able to send 5 cards over a period of 36 days. And did we send emails? Of course. Did we do a phone call every now and again? We did. So you can text HOW to 760-621-8199 if you want to see how we did this. Now, we also know it's important to call our sphere of influence, but it's kind of a pain to make those calls, so we end up not doing it. Well, not anymore. What we do is we have a list of our people that we want to make our calls to in our sphere of influence. We pull it up quickly inside of our Fix Your Funnel integrated dialer. We can make the phone call. In this example, we talk to David. Once we're done talking to David, we find out that he actually is ready to sell his home, but he has some concerns. So we set up a phone call to talk to him later. So we pull up our internal web form to disposition the call, and in this case we set an appointment. We are going to talk to him next week, set the time, and then we put in our notes that we remember what the conversation was when we go to talk to him again. Now what's going to happen in this scenario is Bob's going to get a text message on the 18th letting him know that he's got a call to David at 3 p.m. He can go ahead and make the call right there, or he can come back to his dialer where it's already up in the list and it's ready for the next call. So now that he's dispositioned David for this call, he can go on to the next call by marking David as done and then hitting the phone number for Guy. So if you want to see how that was done, you can text HOW to 760-621-8199. But we're not done yet. I promised you 5. And number 5 is direct mail to SMS. One of the hottest techniques in real estate today is using direct mail with an SMS call to action. And here's how it would work. We send out this card. It's got a dog and a cat raiding the fridge together, and then we have on the inside some sort of copy, something like this. Teamwork. Together we can get the most for your home. Text TEAM to 760-621-8199, and I'll send you a copy of my marketing plan that has been commanding top dollar for my clients' homes. Not sure? I'll also send you proof that I bring home more bacon for my clients than any other agent in the area. Just text TEAM to 760-621-8199, and I'll prove why we should work together. Would you rather call? Just give me a call at 760-621-8199 and leave a message of where you want me to send the proof. If you press 0, you can talk to me or a member of my team. Now with that, what happens is the homeowner gets the card, they pull out their cell phone, they text in TEAM. That text hits Fix Your Funnel again, updates Infusionsoft that this happened, and then replies back with the proof to the homeowner. At the same time, in the background, Infusionsoft lets Fix Your Funnel know to text Bob and let Bob know that he's got somebody that's interested in learning more about how he can sell their home for top dollar. He gets on the phone, makes the call, and next thing you know, Bob's in front of the house putting down a sign because he took a listing, and you know where it goes from there. So if you'd like to learn how that was done, you can text HOW to 760-621-8199. Of course, if you feel more comfortable calling, go ahead and give us a call at 760-621-8199.